Good evening, everyone, and welcome to today's episode of Let's Talk 3.0. Tonight, our guests, who are some of the most brilliant minds, will help us shed the light on some of the hottest topics, including crypto, blockchain, metaverse, and Web3. With us now, our guest, Milton Guarderas, who is the digital transformation strategist, the founder of Bridging Networks, and the co-founder of HyperLens. Welcome, Milton, and thank you for joining us here today at Let's Talk 3.0.
Hello and thank you. Thank you very much for having me. I very much appreciate it.
To start, we read an interesting article under the title of An Untold Story of a Bitcoin Millionaire. Can you tell us how adapting to change has actually changed your life?
Well, adapting to change is something that I am very accustomed to doing all my life because I come from very humble beginnings. And if you do not adapt, you don't eat. If you don't adapt, you really can't really, continue in life to pursue happiness. So I've always learned to look at opportunities and actually take advantage when others don't. So me personally, when I saw that there is a problem with our monetary and financial system around the world, and I saw the potential for bad actors and those who are empowered to abuse this system, at for their benefit, I immediately knew that there had to be a solution out there for this problem. And one day I actually discovered and stumbled upon Bitcoin. And once I ended up learning about Bitcoin and knowing it existed, I knew right away that I was stumbling onto something very, very early on and something that was going to be very impactful in the financial world. And the financial world actually affects every aspect of our lives. So I knew that this was going to be life changing. There was my life before I discovered Bitcoin and my life after discovering Bitcoin.
So I think your life went into a transformation, just like the digital transformation we're going through right now. And with somebody with that experience and that kind of transformation in life, what would be your first advice to companies and individuals who are yet to adapt and know more about this type of evolution and digital transformation?
Oh, the advice that I would have for them is look into, the problems that we have in the financial sector, their bookkeeping, look into, like how it is, like how they can actually, how they can be more effective. Okay, so we can what I would tell businesses is I would tell them to really look into the problems that they have within their company and their effectiveness in their finances and being able to transact value. Really start asking those hard questions about how it is that our financial economy is actually working and which direction it's actually going and what really benefits them. You see that the money that we're using today is going down in value, every day. So inflation is actually a real thing that's actually affecting, their reserves. So you see that they should really understand what the value is, in crypto, in Bitcoin specifically, like they do, and they should really research this and really get involved and more hands-on in this community so that they can feel a lot more confident in the space and in the technology. Technology here today is helping advance so many companies and catapult them into whole other levels. You see the micro strategies, you see the Twitters, you see all these different companies that are really benefiting from being in the forefront, being the pioneers, taking the risk to really like get involved in an early economy that is being created and being a part of that to propel it forward to make sure that it's something that is going to be a success.
If I want to talk about technology, let's say, we know what AR, augmented reality, and VR, virtual reality, are, but can you tell us more about XR and MR? What do they exactly represent?
So mixed reality is something that is going to be inevitable in the way that we live. You see the younger generations right now, they're very into, like being a part of the digital world, immersing themselves in the digital world. We see my generation, we grew up on the internet, we got web 1.0, web 2.0. And the thing is that as time goes on, it becomes something that is just a part of our daily lives. And the way that people are experiencing reality is changing. It's being mixed with the digital world. And to really stay competitive, we have to really allow for people to have easier access and a lot easier tools to be able to participate in the digital world.
So, in your opinion, you think that mixed reality or MR and XR would change tourism industry worldwide as we know it?
Yes, of course. We're going to see, tourism be able to help a lot more, help a lot more of the local companies and businesses. So one of the ways is that we'll be able to direct foot traffic to low foot traffic areas. We would be able to incentivize people to really participate in the digital world, businesses to participate in the digital world and the new ways of doing things by using technologies like in tools like NFTs. These are going to be able to have people and customers, consumers, and communities to actually participate more and have stake in those companies that actually adopt this technology early. This actually enhances the experience of the tourist and visitor. So this is going to be something that takes tourism to a whole new level and actually is able to create new revenue streams for local businesses. And this is very important for the evolution of a one world experience, or just people being able to experience different cultures, different art, and different experiences around the world.
And speaking of evolution, correct me if I'm wrong, you believe that the cameras and the lenses are essential for this technological evolution, right?
Oh, yes, sir. So the camera is the one thing that is connecting us to the digital world while allowing us to still remain in reality. So the physical world, right, you can see through the camera lens. And so this camera lens is also allowing for you to just have a window to the digital world in a way that the browser, which is the window to the internet before, cannot do. So the lens is the key to really tie in the digital world with the physical world like never before and enhance the experience of every human being today to be able to enhance the physical world using the digital world as a layer over the physical world.
The last question will be for today is what is your most precious NFT that you own?
I'm a big supporter as far as an investor, like in infrastructure. I believe that infrastructure right now is very key to a good investment, because we cannot have like investing in applications like a store, right? That's like a store, but if you don't have a road to the customers to get to that store, then it's like we're really doing things backwards. So I believe in investing in the picks and shovels and the infrastructure, and this is why I really support CloneX. CloneX is a project that is doing very like everything right. They have good partnerships, they're delivering, they got good developers, they have a great community, and they actually have value to give. They're tying in the digital world with the real physical world in a way that I believe deserves a lot of attention. And I believe that companies today should really learn from the leadership of this project. Learn from the big giant Nike and how Nike has really supported CloneX, and they are really moving forward to a new, different world for shoes, apparel, like digital, fashion. And I feel like they're doing everything the right way. They're building AR experiences, they're building VR experiences, and it's not just a video game or anything like this. It's actually tying, the communities, the people with the company, and really the company giving back to all their community and their customers and their supporters.
Milton Guarderas, founder of Bridging Networks and the co-founder of Hyperlens. Thank you so much for joining us here today. We appreciate your time.
Thank you, guys, and I do look forward to seeing more content on this platform.
Thank you, Milton.